Welcome to today's Q&A. My name is Jessie. We're talking Decker Truck Line and available driving positions, truck driving jobs here at Decker. Of course, we're going to be talking a little bit about benefits, equipment. What else? I'm sure we have, orientation. Lots to talk about. Oh, before we get into that though, let's celebrate those who earned the scorecard and the monthly safety bonus as well. Those paid out yesterday. For those of you who had earned it, you already saw it probably in your check. I'm turning pages here. I got to double check the number of perfect scores because we had quite a few, especially on the safety side. Gotta love that. So congratulations to all those who earned the scorecard bonus. I believe we had 46,000, over 46,000 paid out in the scorecard bonus. Almost 20,000. Let me rephrase that. 46,000 between the two, the scorecard and the safety bonus. We had over 20,000 just on the company side for the scorecard. A little over 8,900 on the owner operator lease purchase side for the scorecard, and over 1,100 on the safety side for owner operator lease purchase independent contractors, and then over 17,000 for the company side with the safety bonus. So lots paid out yesterday actually, but paid out. These are a reflection of last month's miles that were ran. So all of these bonuses, the bonuses that are paid out, it's really low on my end. Okay, hang on one sec. Philip, give me a second here. It does show that I'm hitting close to, I'm going to turn it up a little bit, but it does show that if I go too far, it'll shake the microphone. It starts going into red. There we go, as I laugh. Okay, thanks, Philip. Hopefully, maybe I was just talking a little quiet too. That might have been. Because usually I'm a little loud. It happens. All right, so the scorecard and the safety bonus, those numbers are a reflection of February. So everything that's completed in February, all of your miles that you completed, they're paid out around the third pay period of March. Same for March. Everything that's completed within the month of March will be paid out within the third pay period of April. Bonus-wise, those are just bonuses. You get paid every Friday direct deposit. I should probably specify that, right? I mean, let's cause confusion. Sorry about that. Yeah, you get paid every Friday direct deposit. You get your paperwork in by Tuesday. You're paid Friday. The bonuses, however, are paid out around the third pay period, around the third week of the month following when you ran it. So we had 120 company drivers earn the scorecard. So that is roughly about a quarter of, I've got good math. No, that's roughly around a quarter of our fleet who earned the scorecard bonus for this last month. Might be a little bit higher than that actually. I know it's 120, but we also had right at 39 independent operators who earned our scorecard as well. As far as safety bonus, we had 229 company drivers earn the safety bonus and 13 owner operators lease purchase. Perfect scores. These are perfect scores, you guys. So on average, it's an extra $74 for those who earned the safety bonus on the company side, and an extra $91 for the independent operator side. This is why. It's based off of the miles that you run. So the cents per mile, the safety bonus is an extra penny per mile on all the miles that you completed for the month. So if obviously the more miles you run, the more bonus you'll get on that safety bonus. As far as the scorecard goes, there are different levels. So 1,000 points, that's a perfect score. And it's an extra 4 cents a mile for a company driver. It's an extra 3 cents a mile for an owner-operator lease purchase driver or an independent contractor. Now, if you didn't get the perfect score, 1,000 points, and we had 8 perfect scores. On the company side, we had 22, I believe, on the owner operator side for the scorecard. Now, with if you didn't have a perfect score, 1,000 points, Philip, is it any better? Is the volume any better for you? Hopefully it is. But if you didn't have a perfect score, but maybe you had 950 or maybe you had an 840, you still get part of the scorecard bonus. You just don't get the full 4 cents. So you can get anywhere from 1 to 4 cents more per mile as a company driver, 1 to 3 cents more as an independent contractor. So that's how the scorecard pays out. And like I said, on average, is roughly, actually I didn't say, but on average for the scorecard, it's roughly around 160 for this last month. For a company driver, it was around 228 as far as the owner-operators averaged. Colin says, how much can a refrigerated OTR driver make a year? And with 10 years OTR, what will my cents per mile be? And do you have a drop yard in Atlanta, Georgia? Running backwards, first of all, no, we don't have a drop yard in Atlanta, Georgia. We do, however, hire for refrigerated and flatbed for that matter. But sticking with the refrigerated comments, we don't have a drop yard in Atlanta. We do run there quite a bit. We are definitely hiring out of the Atlanta area. As far as refrigerated, the cents per mile you'd make with 10 years of experience would start you off at 65 cents a mile. 10 cents of that 65 is per diem. So 10 cents a mile you're not taxed on. With the average per year, I can give you the range of average. I don't have the average for those who make 65 cents a year, or sorry, those who make 65 cents per mile in the refrigerated specifically, but I can give you a range based off of our whole pay, our whole pay range, I think. So it'd be right towards the top, I guess, is probably where I'm going to get you. Just because I don't have the very specific number for the 65 cents a mile. So I'm going to give you the pay range. And I've got it right over here, so give me a sec. Do I have the right one? Yeah. Okay. For the average pay range for OTR, which is about 2 to 3 weeks out at a time, and then home for 4 to 5 days, in case anybody was wondering or didn't know. But the high end of the OTR is 93,000, a little over 93,000 for the year. I should mention that the 65 cents a mile is the highest starting pay for our refrigerated division. It's not the highest pay total because you do get a penny raise after you've been here for 90 days, and then you'll get a penny raise annually. Right now, the cap is set at 70 cents a mile. So I would say, because I do know we have a lot of really experienced drivers in both the refrigerated and the flatbed division. So I'm estimating here based off of our numbers, but again, I don't have a specific at 65 cents a mile. This is what you'll average. So I would say based off of our pay range, you should expect between 85 to to maybe a little over 95 a year, just based off of our numbers, because you are on the higher end of the cents per mile. We start at 55 cents a mile in the refrigerated division for someone who has 6 months of experience. So that kind of gives you an idea of where that range is. So I would safely say between 85 and 95 would be the range. So, and again, that the 93 is within the average, but it's going to be on the, it could be someone who's at 70 cents a mile. It could be someone that's at 65 cents a mile. And that part, I don't have I don't have the cents per mile that's attached to it. I just have the pay range. I hope that answers your question. I just want to make sure that I'm not giving any false information here to you. But yes, you're at 65 cents a mile to start. 10 cents of that's per diem, penny raise at 90 days, penny raise annually. Roughly about, yes, thanks, Colin. You can expect probably around 2,900 miles a week. That's what you could expect in the refrigerated division. Now, that said, we've been awarded quite a bit of loads here since I last pulled those averages. So we've, in January and February, even the tail end of December, but let's talk January and February, are the increase in the number of loads awarded to both our refrigerated and flatbed division have increased significantly. And when I say awarded, I just mean increased loads, increased lanes that we've gotten, not only from our current customers, but also new customers as well. And we are, our goal is to maintain contract customers so that you've got some stability, reliability on what to expect each week. And that's why we opened up more of Georgia and even Florida now for the refrigerated division, and we hadn't in the past, is because of the number, I was going to say inherit, but we've been awarded a lot more of the refrigerated freight down in the southeast corner there. So we do have available positions as far south in the refrigerated division, as far south as Orlando, Florida. But yeah, that is newer awards. We've had freight down there, but we haven't had enough to offer a hiring or offer positions down there, which would be able to get you home every 3 weeks. The last time I remember hiring out of there was several years ago. So yeah, so kudos to our sales department for increasing that and working hard to get those numbers. Atlanta, Georgia, though, has been a fantastic spot for us for some time, both in the refrigerated and flatbed division. Now, to more elaborate a little bit further, Colin, on what you can expect. So obviously the cents per mile, like I said, 65 cents a mile to start off with. With the number of years of experience that you have, you could qualify for our sign-on bonus as well, because one of the qualification factors is that you have at least 2 years of tractor trailer experience, and two years of recent tractor trailer experience. With 10 years, obviously you exceed that significantly. The other requirement is that you have no more than 3 jobs within the last 18 months. So those are the 2 requirements for that sign-on bonus. Of course, location is important, but you're in the location, so that's not a problem. So no more than 3 jobs within the last 18 months, and you've got the 2 years of tractor trailer experience. Now, the sign-on bonus, and this is newer, we've only been doing this for a couple of weeks, but the sign-on bonus is a $4,000 sign-on bonus. You'll get the first installment, which is $1,000 on your 6-month anniversary. You'll get the second installment at your 9-month anniversary, again, another $1,000. And on your 1-year anniversary, you'll get the remaining $2,000 for that sign-on bonus. So our refrigerated divisions both our refrigerated and flatbed divisions offer the sign-on bonus. The $4,000 being pretty much all of our refrigerated hiring area. We do, for over the road, we have opportunities in the refrigerated division out west, like Portland, Oregon, or Seattle, Washington, Salt Lake City, Denver, Colorado. Not everybody considers that west, but so we definitely have some availability for the over the road. Again, it's about 2 weeks out at a time, 2 to 3 weeks out at a time, and then home for 4 to 5 days. And you're bringing your truck home with you on your home time, or making arrangements. So, like for instance, with Colin's question, we don't have a drop yard in Atlanta, so we would rely on you for making arrangements on your home time for parking. But that's a good question. As far as flatbed, I'm kind of bouncing, but as far as flatbed in the area, we also have opportunity there. The cents per mile, let's see, 10 cents a mile, or not 10 cents, excuse me. 10 years of experience with flatbed would put you at 68 cents a mile. So you get a little bit more. Again, a penny raise after 90 days, penny raise annually. The cap is also at 70 cents a mile for the flatbed division. And again, 10 cents per mile is per diem. And again, so that's flatbed. Flatbed, you can expect a little bit more home time. We run quite a bit out of the southeast. And now it is not just southeast, but it is, we're in the area quite a bit. We have a terminal in Bessemer, Alabama. Again, you can bring the truck home with you if you live in Atlanta or make arrangements. But we do have a terminal in Bessemer, Alabama. We run quite a bit of freight in that area. and we can get you home about every other. We can get you home in about every other week, usually for the weekend. I'm trying to think. Now I gotta double check because I'm second guessing myself here for home time in the South. I might have. I think I have home weekly out of there still. I do. Okay. Sorry, I couldn't remember for the life of me. It's terrible. We do have home weekly out of the Atlanta area, anywhere from Bessemer, along 20 from Bessemer, Alabama, over to Atlanta, Georgia. We do have home weekly options for flatbed, and so we have that as well. Same rate of pay per mile as the over the road division. It's just different home time. In both cases, pretty much any of our divisions right now, you'd be running a lot of the Midwest. So even though we can get you home on a weekly basis, you'd still probably get a load, at least one load a week, up into the Midwest. Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, anywhere up there is pretty common ground for us. Our main terminal is in Fort Dodge, Iowa, so we do quite a bit in the Midwest. I do want to specify, however, though I mentioned that we have a terminal in Bessemer, Alabama. We do, however, we don't do orientation there. Our orientation is in Fort Dodge, Iowa, and we either get you a rental car or a flight into Fort Dodge. We will take care of gas, of course, if we're doing a rental car. And then, in addition to the rental car, we'll take care of your hotel and your meals when you get here. And we do pay you $500 for completing the orientation process. So that's what you can expect with for orientation. Now, even before you get to orientation, though, we have you do an online orientation. We have you do your physical and your drug tests, both the hair follicle and the urinalysis, before you get to Fort Dodge. It's nice to have a lot of that stuff taken care of ahead of time. Things that might disqualify you, we'd like to have done ahead of time, and I'm sure you could probably appreciate that as well. So that it's not there aren't any surprises. We don't want to. We want to make sure that when you're coming aboard, you've got some reassurance, right? We've done our due diligence. We've done our you've done your background and your MVR and your employment verifications, and so we've done our due diligence that way, and hopefully you've done yours as well. That's why we do these lives. It's also why we have your recruiter when they're visiting with you. We'll have them walk through an expectation form and making sure that what you're coming aboard for, what the position that you're looking to be hired for, is in fact detailed out and fits, your expectations just as much as you fit ours. So ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask, and make sure that your list is checked off just like ours. So again, with the flatbed, we can do home weekly. We can also do home every other. Flatbed it's common to get home on maybe a Friday night or a Saturday morning and then back out either Sunday night or early Monday morning. We don't guarantee home on the weekends. However, it's pretty dang common to be home part of the weekend in flatbed. With refrigerated, maybe part of it, but refrigerated has a lot more variances when it comes to home time. I mean, you could be coming in on a Monday night, and be home Monday, Tuesday, depending on, what your out time is. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if you're out 2 weeks at a time, 3 weeks at a time, and home for 4 to 5 days, that type of thing. So, yeah, the time of the week for refrigerated fluctuates more than flatbed. With flatbed, you don't always, there's not a lot of deliveries on the weekend, so that's why we can get you there more often. We do night driving. That's one thing that's listed on our expectation form that I want to make sure that you're aware of. There are times that you'd be doing night driving, so if that's something that you're trying to steer away from, then no pun intended, but there we go. I love that. But yeah, we still have that. We run a lot of Chicago. Like I said, a lot of the upper Midwest is pretty busy for us. Now, that expectation form that I was mentioning, part of that is recognizing your the expense that Decker takes on for bringing you aboard. So if you were to leave us within the first 6 months, you could be responsible for a portion of that expense. and that's part of the expectation form, expectation sheet that you'll see ahead of time. And every month we knock $100 off. So at 6 months, it would be null and void. So at 6 months, no matter what it costs, and I'm talking like the gas and the rental car and the hotel and the meals during orientation, those type of things are what I'm talking about for expense to bring you up here. And that's a lot of why we, another big reason why we do our due diligence ahead of time and ask that you do yours as well, and making sure that the company's a good fit. So, yeah. Equipment wise, well, let me see. Did I hit all of our orientation questions you might have? Because when you come to Fort Dodge, we'll put you up in a hotel. We'll take care of your meals. You'll go through 3 days of orientation. For an experienced driver, it's 3-day orientation, and you'll go through company policies and procedures. A lot of that will be actually on your online orientation, but then you'll meet with the different departments. You'll meet with your recruiter and your driver leader, be introduced to them. You'll also have some time with the maintenance department, and the maintenance department is, all of a sudden, I've got things popping up on my screen. The maintenance department will go through and walk through the truck with you. They have their own checklist, and they're going through things, making sure that you know where the inverter is, and how to run the APU unit and all that good stuff. We've got a lot of amenities on the truck. Okay, sorry about that. So APU, inverter, we have a refrigerator, we have a microwave, of course the bunk heater, making sure you know how to run that, especially this time of year. Air conditioning. They're double bunk trucks. I think all of them are double bunk trucks anymore. And now we do allow riders. 28. Let me back up. We allow riders ages 10 on up. It's $25 a month when they ride. I started throwing the wrong ages out there. So it's ages 10 on up. Now, we also allow a dog, no more than 85 pounds combined. It's a $500 deposit. If you want 2 dogs, you can have 2 dogs, just no more than 65 pounds combined. So there you go. Hey, Riley. Hey, Brandon Kenworthy says, awesome. Congratulations. So yeah, with lots of amenities in the truck. CV units, we have, of course, our lytics, our safety unit, our inward and outward facing event recorder, lane departure speed gauge, all part of that, which is what the safety bonus we talked about, that's what that's based off of, is our lytics system. And what else for amenities? There's all kinds of amenities in that truck. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, 22-inch televisions. Yeah, we have 22-inch televisions in all the trucks. We have free Wi-Fi. We have Epic View streaming, which is 100 plus channels. I mean, there's lots of good stuff there, and that's company paid. Now we do have the satellite radio, or equipped for satellite radio. You would have to hold the subscription if you wanted it, but because we have free Wi-Fi, a lot of people do seem to stream their music and stuff like that. So that's totally up to you. Totally up to you. The equipment is there if you need it. What else for amenity-wise? Microwaves, refrigerators. I think I hit them all. Yeah, lots of good stuff. So, yeah. Most of our trucks are the 579 Peterbilts. We do have some 740 Volvos for the flatbed, some 860 Volvos for the flatbed. Not many though. Not many. Most of our trucks, over 95%, are the Peterbilts. We also have a handful of Freightliner Cascadia Evolutions, but they're all equipped with the same amenities. So the only difference would be some of the trucks have a solar panel in addition to the APU, and that's just to prolong the life of the APU. I think most of those are Freightliners that have those. Some of them are on the Peterbilts, and they'll be on all the trucks eventually. And again, that's just to prolong the life of the APU. The APU is obviously diesel powered, but yeah. Oh, a reminder. I don't know why all of a sudden this came to mind, but I do want to remind you guys, it is spring. You're like, duh. It's spring, and we've seen some people who have been getting stuck in some of the areas. It is, so depending on the customer and stuff like that, it can be pretty muddy. Whether you're going in an area that it's rained a lot or it's thawing because it's spring or pretty dang close. Yeah, just please be aware, because obviously, especially with a loaded trailer, those tires are going to sink, and there's a good chance that you might need to get towed out. So, if at all possible, stay on the pavement. Do not go into the mud, even if you can't tell it's mud. But yeah, just be well aware of that, I guess, is just a reminder. Cost you some time and cost us some money, of course, but it's a pain in your rear. So be well aware of where you're delivering and stuff like that. Yeah, anyways, I got sidetracked. I just wanted to remind you all of that. Orientation, I'm trying to think what it is. Benefits start after 60 days. So the benefits are, we use APLOS. We have medical, dental, vision, prescription, $0 prescription, which is a winner, $0 on generic, $0 copays on specialty, and $0 brand name copays. So all the way around. As far as generics, they're $0 copay everywhere except for Walgreens or CVS. And then when it comes to the specialty and brand names, we have Canary RX, and we have just different entities that we can go through to save you a ton of money on your prescriptions, so that's not a weight you have to bear. Yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. Med1 is our prescription program that we use, and you can actually, I'm looking for my phone, of course I don't have it right here, but you can actually download the APLOS app on your phone. If you access that, it will let you know where, with the APLOS app, you can access Med1 as well and have all your information on there for your prescriptions if you need to go in and get, renew your prescriptions or anything like that. So, yeah, all of those start after 60 days. We also have a 401k with a 25% match, also starting after 60 days. So that's available to you as well. We have dental and vision available to you. As far as vacation or PTO, that is, you have 1 week paid, so 5 days available to you after 6 months here at Decker. And then you'll have another week when you hit your 1 year anniversary. Then you'll have another week on your 2 year anniversary. On your 3 year anniversary, it goes up to 2 weeks a year. And then on your 7th anniversary, it goes up to 3 weeks a year. And so you'll get your pay average for the week will be reflected in your PTO on that one. Hey, Andrew, how are you? I was getting things ready for the award ceremony coming up on the 1st. Your name came up when we were talking about TCA, Highway Angel. So yeah, sidetracking as I move over. The award ceremony, our Decker Award ceremony, which is recognizing all our 2024 award winners, that will actually be on April 1st. Also on April 1st, just a side note, real quick note, is that we will have our referral bonus drawing. We have a referral bonus where it's a $2,000 referral bonus for every driver that you refer who hires on. You get $2,000. Now, in addition to that, however, we also have a quarterly drawing. So your name goes into the quarterly drawing if you referred someone within the quarter, and then you have a chance to win $1,000. So there's that. It just means that we were just going through all the different awards that were given throughout 2024, and I had, of course, had mentioned you, and that was one of the awards, because I think it was around June, right, when you were named TCA. Maybe it was a little bit later. TCA Highway Angel Award. I always think that's such a wonderful honor to earn. So what else with the, okay, so anyways, with the referral bonus, as far as the driver awards ceremony, that will be separate than the referral drawing, but the driver awards ceremony will be in the evening. It's 6:30 at Fort Dodge in our cafeteria, so it'll all be decorated up for the ceremony. And during that, we will recognize our Million Mile winners. We will recognize our Driver of the Year winners. By the way, if you didn't know and you didn't yet congratulate the individuals who earned the Driver of the Year for 2024, we did announce that on Friday. We have 5 divisions that will be recognized for the 2024 year. Of those divisions, of course, just one winner per division, each of them earning a $3,000 bonus, except for the individual who will earn the Grand Champion Award. The Grand Champion driver earns a $15,000 bonus. And we won't know who that is until the ceremony. So I get really antsy because I always want to know, and I don't get to know either. So the Driver of the Year, or the Division Driver of the Year winners, Todd Overson, congratulations, Todd. Irvin Kilberg is our Midwest Flatbed Division winner. Chad Hazelton is our Western Refrigerated Division winner, and Robert Skiles, our Southern Flatbed Division winner. And then our Independent Contractor Owner Operator Lease Purchase Division, Jamie Beam. So Todd Overson, Irvin Kilberg, Chad Hazelton, Robert Skiles, and Jamie Beam, all earning Driver of the Year. So congratulations to each of those. And again, Tuesday, April 1st, we'll be announcing the Grand Champion. So yes, Ryan, how are ya? Yeah, so it'll be pretty exciting to $15,000 bonus. Yeah, pretty exciting. So, and that is the big award ceremony that we'll also be going through and recognizing, like I said, the Million Mile winners, which I don't have the list of Million Mile winners yet. Shannon is diligently getting after that. She's been working on that for a while. We have the process, if you didn't know, but the process to get the Million Miles is if Decker is not the only company that you've ever been with, then you would have to get your previous companies to fill out the mileage, years and mileage that you ran for them, so that we can tally that all up along with your Decker miles, and in order to award you Million Mile, 2 million mile, 3 million. We've had a few levels in the past. 4 million miles. Yeah, so it's been impressive. Like I said, I haven't seen the list or the names for the Million Mile yet, but last several years it's been quite impressive. So I'm a bit excited about that. That's a pretty big deal. So, and of course, like I said, all of our others. So yeah, coming up 6:30 on April 1st. And by the way, we always live stream, not always, but we usually live stream that, and we will be live streaming that on our Facebook page, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. There you go, on our Facebook page. So join us. It'll be fun. Always. All right, so equipment, orientation, qualifying, available positions. What am I missing? We do have available refrigerated team opportunity. It's a dedicated team. If you live between Denver, Colorado, and Chicago, Illinois, it is dedicated. There is driver responsibility for loading and unloading. So you are rolling carts. It's bread loads. So you're rolling the carts on and rolling the carts off of each load. So it's an extra $50 to roll on and roll off. And then you'll bring the empty ones back on, to bring back and fill them back up again. So there's that. Those are the dedicated team, refrigerated team opportunity. If you have any questions on any of the positions that I spoke about, I should have mentioned this earlier, but the telephone number that I've got flying across the screen here, popping back up, 877-433-2537. That is the telephone number to our recruiting department, and you can give them a holler and they can give you details on what all we have out of your area, whether it be team or solo. And most of the positions we have are solo opportunities, but that is, like I said, that's a dedicated one and it's team, so it's a win-win on that one. Andrew says, if you have a FlexPay account, how do we get to that? The FlexPay account you should be able to get to through our employee. Let me get that address for you. Let me see if I can get that address for you. Give me 1 second here. Because, and I believe you should have access through the Aplos app, but that could be wrong. I'm pulling that up. 1 second. All of the details for our benefits through our benefits guide here. Maybe. Oh, I just opened up the wrong thing. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to get that address for you. Waiting patiently. There we go. That's what I want. Let me see if I can paste it into the comments here. I might have to send it to you through Facebook Messenger, Andrew, but I'm going to try and send it right here. But that way you can get the flex benefits. There's quite a bit of benefits, you guys. I know I just hit on some of the basics that everybody asks about. We've got our health check 360. We have our FedLogic, trying to, helping you to find resources, if you qualify for additional resources and things like that. I need to get to page 18 on this. I mentioned our 401k, and we've got short-term and long-term disability. We have Regenix, that's another one. That's an awesome one. So that helps more like STEM, where if you have an orthopedic surgery that you are maybe you're supposed to do, or you in the works, the STEM, hang on, Regenix. I'm throwing names out here and I got confused, but it's the Regenix that might be something that you can do in lieu of the surgery. So there's just so much more technology that's in advancements that we have. It's pretty impressive. The Fed, let's see if I can get this to you. It's not letting me highlight it. Thing name, Nabbit Rabbit. Okay, I'm going to type it in here. Because the struggle is real. Okay. Andrew. Sorry, you guys. I just want to make sure that he's got this, because especially if you've got something that you're trying to access, you don't want to not have that. Okay, I think I typed that correctly. There you go. Andrew, hopefully I typed that correctly. If not, I can get you the whole benefits package again and make sure that you've got access to that, because you've got your health. That's the flex spending account for your benefits, for your health benefits and stuff like that. Flex savings, flex spending, I think is what it's called. I always say savings. Yeah. Okay, cool. Answered that. Hopefully that's clickable. There we go. But yeah, all of that's available to you after 60 days. The only thing that I can think of is your vacation, and that's at 6 months. Everything else is at 60 days. So, again, if you have questions, 877-433-2537. For those of you who aren't yet with Decker, not yet part of the Decker family, Decker team here, then the recruiting department has more of a one-page PDF that they can send you with the snapshot of all of the different benefits. The guide that Andrew's wanting obviously is a lot more in depth because he's already here and he's going through it all. So, or really for anybody that's here at Decker, they'll have that the whole thing. Yeah. I think I hit on all that. All right. Any other questions as far as maybe benefits, orientation, equipment, available positions? Well, we've got refrigerated, we've got flatbed. Now, with some of the divisions, I mentioned we have a $4,000 sign-on bonus for, our over-the-road. But with our refrigerated and flatbed that's in the upper Midwest, like parts of Iowa and Illinois and Indiana, just real tight in our areas of heavy, heavy freight, we do have a $5,000 sign-on bonus versus the $4,000. For flatbed, no more than 4 jobs within the last 18 months in order to qualify, and again, it's $5,000. Pays out $1,500 on your 6-month anniversary, $1,500 on your 9-month anniversary, and then the remaining $2,000 on your 1-year anniversary. So that's how the sign-on bonus pays out. The other requirement for that sign-on bonus is at least 2 years of tractor trailer experience. So it's the number of jobs that you've held. Of course, where you live will determine which sign-on bonus you get. But the number of jobs that you've held, no more than 3 in the last 18 months for refrigerated, no more than 4 in the last 18 months for flatbed, and again, at least 2 years of experience. So that number right there, wherever that number is, 877-433-2537 is the number you want to get a hold of. Bryce or Mitch, and they'll be able to answer those questions for you. Say, yep, you're right in that area, or, good experience, let's do this. All right. Well, we'll be back next week. Will as in me. I will be back next week to answer more questions and keep you up to date on what's going on. We'll be a little bit closer to the award ceremony, so might even have more information for you. But a lot of that we like to kind of keep you, ready to see the live. We don't want to give you too much, and then it's not as big of an event, right? No, we want it to be exciting. So that is on the 1st of April. I will do a live drawing for the referral bonus earlier in the day for the $1,000 bonus. But that, again, it's all on the 1st of April. April 1st. No fools there. Okay. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If you need anything, please reach out to us. And again, recruiting is 877-433-2537. Stay safe, and we will see you next Monday on our Facebook Live or next Tuesday at noon Central on our YouTube channel.